Okay.
Well, pipe it up a little bit.
Like this?
Oh, it's already live. Okay, up, yeah.
Up. Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all. We're just getting set up a little bit before we get to chatting.
Yes. That's good?
Yeah, you can go up. That's good. Sit. I think it's good.
Okay. Just gonna tighten it. Tighten, tighten, tighten. Oh.
Hey, y'all. Oh my goodness. Vlog family. How are you doing? We missed y'all so much.
We really did.
First and foremost, happy Vlogmas.
Yes.
We're doing Vlogmas, y'all.
And happy holidays. We know that Thanksgiving just passed.
Yes.
So by the title, you can see that we are, if you don't know, my name is Azay. This is my
Sierra.
bestie Sierra.
Yeah.
And we are black women who moved abroad this very year. And so we just wanted to talk to you all about our experiences. So you all know that it's possible for you. God made it possible for us, so it's definitely possible for you. And we just want to answer your questions and also give our vlog audience some updates. We are currently sitting by the pool and celebrating. We got snacks and books and stuff out because we're liaising for reasons we will get into a little later. So I'm gonna let Sarah take the lead because yeah, she has a good amount to introduce to you all.
Yes, so like Azay said, we are black women who packed up. We packed our bags and we moved out of the United States. I believe it's been about 6 months since we packed up and moved out the U.S. We are currently in Mexico, and we really just wanted to talk to you all about the truth about being someone who lives abroad. I think that a lot of times when people move abroad, there's like all of these like different perspectives, and what we really want to do this Vlogmas, and especially as we continue vlogging on this channel, we really want to show y'all the true life and what really happens if you're someone who decides to take the leap of faith and move abroad. Because a lot of times it's often that people show you like the big stuff. They do the yachts and do the excursions and they're parasailing and they're doing the Bali floating breakfast and all of this stuff. And we really just wanted y'all to see what it's like just living a regular daily life, you know? Because I think that's times when stuff seems so far away, you think that you can't do it or can't achieve it, and that's not true. Like the stuff that you see on social media, those are sometimes one-off instances. That's not what people are able to do every single day. So this Vlogmas, even though we will be doing some exciting things, we really just wanted to talk to y'all about the truth about our experiences being black women who live abroad. So if y'all have any questions about living abroad, if you have any questions about how we moved, anything you want to know, please drop them in the comments and stuff below so that way Zay and I can see and answer your questions. And yeah, in other news, my birthday was a couple days ago, y'all.
Hey!
So I'm celebrating my birthday this whole week, this whole month. Every day God wakes me up, I'm grateful. So yeah, like I feel like I've learned so much just here. Like it's my first holiday abroad. It's my first birthday in my own home, in my own house. Like Azay and I have a house abroad. It's just so surreal. So we really just wanted to talk to y'all and see, you know, give y'all needed updates about Vlogmas, what we'll be doing this month, and how y'all can stay up to date on everything. Do I speak Spanish? And if so, how did you learn? Happy birthday. Thank you so much. I don't speak Spanish. Azay is my Spanish connection. She is basically fluent. Anyone who she talks to, they're like, oh my God, your Spanish is so beautiful. Your Spanish is so beautiful. So Azay speaks Spanish. I don't. I'm surviving through Google Translate, which is enough for the area that we're in.
Honestly, y'all, especially if you go to like a more touristy area, like Playa del Carmen, a lot of them in like restaurants like that, they do speak English, and you can definitely use Google Translate. And the reason why I'm saying it's important to be in a more touristy area and using Google Translate is because what I've learned here is that there are also dialects, and there are essentially different languages. Like y'all know how it is. If somebody speaks a dialect in a country, it's kind of so far off from the standard language that is taught in school that it's pretty much its own language.
Right.
So if you were to go to a more local part in Mexico, I think you would probably have a bit more trouble with Google Translate. But if you go to a more populated area that gets a lot of, you know, travelers, a lot of tourists, not only do a lot of them do speak English, but you definitely can use Google Translate to get around. Like literally yesterday, we've been having this issue with our water, and so the people from the water company came to our house and we're like, hey, we see your water bill is so much higher. Is everything okay? Is there a leak? And we were like, hey, wow, that's mad cool, because if we were in America, if your water bill is high,
they wouldn't care.
Nobody cares, right?
Right.
But I'm saying all of that to say, once my Spanish got to the point where I couldn't understand what she was saying, she couldn't understand what I was trying to say, I whipped out Google Translate, spoke into it, showed it to her, she spoke into it, and that's how we were able to coordinate. So, but in terms of learning, I would definitely just recommend like watching something that you love to watch. What do you love? Like you watched it a million times.
Right.
Put that on, put the subtitles in Spanish, that's gonna help you. And also to like listening to songs that you already know in English, listening to the Spanish versions of them will definitely help. And last but not least, like, don't sleep on Duolingo. Don't sleep at the things that, the vocabulary, like, what is this called? What do you use to eat? What is a door called? What are those things called? Definitely gonna get you through as well.
Yeah.
So yeah. So aside from that, like, I definitely think that, I don't know, I feel like when I first was thinking about moving abroad, I guess I thought that, I'm piggybacking off of what Sierra said about kind of expectations versus reality, that type of situation. Like, I think that I definitely was thinking of it more so in terms of how we see it on social media,
right?
All of the glitz and the glamour and things like that. But as you settle more into it, you kind of just get to see like and appreciate the small luxuries, not the grand luxuries.
Right.
Like, it's not, the beauty is not in, okay, yeah, you're able to get on a boat or go to Cozumel or whatever. It's not only that, but it's also being able to have days like this where you can just step outside of your house and enjoy the beautiful weather and sit by the pool and read a book.
Right.
So I kind of love that, and that's just kind of where my mind has been these past couple of days, which is just settling into and enjoying the small luxuries that we simply don't get in America. Like,
enjoying the luxury of being able to afford on your own. Like, in America, it is so hard to just afford your daily living. People can't afford food, can't afford housing, can't afford medical care. And when you move abroad, things that you used to not be able to have access to, you now have access to in abundance. Just the typical daily things that you need. So, wow, you're looking to move to Mexico.
Hey.
Seeking to move abroad. Your content brings me joy. Keep it up, ladies. Thank you so much.
We love you.
Yes.
Thank you for tuning in and supporting. We love each and every one. You have no idea how much it means to us,
right,
for our content to
reach the right audience,
be reaching you all, and be bringing joy to you all. Like, that's literally what we do it for. So thank you for letting us know that, because that's definitely going to be motivating us to make even more content and just keep showing up in that way. So we love you.
Yes, we love you too.
If you have questions about more questions, please just drop them below.
Like, we'll answer them, because that's so like, you'll be able to actually afford things that you need, you know. I think another thing too, we often overlook our needs. Like, having your daily needs is still a luxury, because people actually don't have what they need on a daily basis. People don't have access to water. People don't have their own, some people don't have a roof over their heads, clothes on their backs, food in their refrigerators, and everything in between. So being here in a different country, it's really beautiful experience, because I'm like, wow, I can actually afford to go grocery shopping and pick out what I want. Hey, you know, I have something that I want to get checked on medically, and I can just go, because I can just outright pay $30 and have a full checkup, workup. That I cannot do in the United States. Definitely. So I think that a lot of times, you know, a lot of people kind of, I don't want to say don't survive, but people don't really stick it out living abroad, because sometimes their expectations are so,
gonna be like you're at a resort every day. Yeah, like, when really you're like, you're living, you're learning a new way of life somewhere else. Exactly. You're stepping out of what you've known. Exactly. Stepping into something completely new. Right. And in terms of like the small luxuries. Like, one thing I love is that we don't eat like sliced packaged bread anymore.
Oh yeah.
Because at our just a regular grocery store, like the Walmart of Mexico, it's called Chedraui. They have fresh baked goods, and y'all, they're literally like, you can get like a nice size loaf of bread like this, freshly made, by the way. They're pulling it out of ovens for like 4 or 5 pesos each. Sometimes they're like 2 pesos, and if you put that in like Google, like pesos to USD, that's like, oh, it's so incredibly affordable.
Yes.
And so we end up walking out of Chedraui with no less than 20 of those like freshly
rolls,
made rolls that are they're large too. And so one time we tried to get like a loaf of bread. The only thing they have down here is like Bimbo, because Bimbo's owned by Mexico. So we have Bimbo, right? We're eating it, just like, this tastes so strange. Like, it tastes so like, you can taste how much sugar is in it. So it's just crazy, because I know that in America, getting freshly made rolls is not, so for example, like 20 of those freshly made rolls will come out to be like $2, $5, $6, $7 sometimes. Like, literally, like 20 of them. So, okay, we got some new comments.
Yeah. It says, please save this live. We will
definitely
do our best to save it. Hopefully it uploads correctly.
Yeah, it just uploads automatically, definitely.
Well, if not, we have vlogs. We will be having weekly vlogs talking about these things, and they will be horizontal, and those will always stay up. So if you haven't already, if you have even more questions about how to become a digital nomad, how you can make money abroad, you can drop those questions here in this live, and you can also tune into the vlogs that we'll have coming out weekly this month, and our old vlogs, because they will definitely be helpful.
And also, we're going live every day for VLOGMAS.
Yeah, we covered how to make money abroad, advice, and all of those things. So we're happy to give all of y'all a catch up and update about this stuff. And yeah, in terms of the advice for people who are interested in moving abroad. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. We love you too. Oh, sorry. Love you, queens. Such beautiful souls. Thank you so much. We love you too. In terms of moving abroad and advice, don't listen to people. Azay and I, oh my God, hopefully our mommy don't get mad. But look, we be walking around late at night, okay? We be out here having a ball, walking around late at night, phones in our hands, no care in the world. We feel safer here than we've ever felt in the United States. Like, we walk around late at night. We go and do stuff that we want to do.
When we say late, we mean like 10 to 2 a.m.
10 to 2 a.m.
Like,
which is late for us.
You know why? Everybody else is out here too. People are out here with their dogs, their children, they're
getting dinner.
Like, they don't got school in the morning. You know, getting dinner, like walking around. There's this essentially what they have down here is called so, and it's like a corner store or a 7-Eleven, but it's better than both of them. So typically, sometimes they be 24 hours. So literally, people is in there with their kids, with their niños, you know. And it's like regular life. Like, the kids is in there begging for chocolate milk. They in there begging for snacks. Then they go across the street and they're getting taco, getting
every single
sandwiches.
night.
And every night, there's people out here running businesses. Their businesses, they shut their businesses down until like 5, 6 a.m.
because people are out here
they
at
open
night.
up at 7 p.m. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's so different. And it's so freeing. I know that
people are concerned about like safety. Like, as soon as we moved to Mexico, people had a lot of stuff like, oh, be safe, or oh, worrying about the cartels. First of all, do you know what's happening in the United States? The United States is literally a state of terror. Black people, anyone who's remotely aware or cognizant of what's going on around them, know that the United States is crazy.
Literally.
Henceforth, why black women by the thousands are exiting, making their exit out of the United States. Black people, not just black women, a lot of people. So yeah, the fact that we're talking about safety and how comfortable we as black women, we're dark. We are dark skinned, you know, chocolate. We are thick, visibly women, you know, whatever. And we feel safe. I don't feel worried about no cat calling. I don't feel unsafe. I don't clutch my pearls or my purse.
Nobody is walking up touching us.
No.
And, oh, can I get a picture? Oh,
and there's no shooting or crazy cartel stuff happening. I hate that I even have to say that, because it just seems so ridiculous. It's so contrary to what our actual experiences have been being black women living in another country.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been
okay. I think we got some
crazy. In terms of, if you want to know how to make money abroad, because I think that's what it says, I need to know how to make money abroad. If you want to know how to make money abroad, we talk a lot about that in our vlog, but a lot of people, what they do, that they actually have a remote job, or you can go the route where you learn how to make money online. So if you want to learn how to make money online, we can definitely help you with that. And if you want to learn how to monetize your social media accounts, grow an online business, and do all of that stuff, we can definitely help you with that. Yes, that was my experience too. I felt safer in Mexico too. Was it difficult to find housing? No. Well, when we first came here, excuse me, we're getting a call. When we first came here, we actually felt more comfortable booking and staying at an Airbnb. And Airbnb was 3 to 4 times more expensive than actually just being
like getting a lease.
Yeah. So what ended up happening was it took us a couple months to feel really secure and learn the area, because Mexico was so huge. We didn't know that where we originally had started was so far away from where we wanted to be.
Yeah.
So we ended up being far from downtown central Mexico, and as the months downtown Playa del Carmen, right? And we got okay, I don't know why.
You just have to like end the call.
Let's see.
My bad.
Sorry, y'all, we were getting a call. But yeah, we started off really far from the central area of Playa del Carmen. In Central, there's beaches, there is a lot of restaurants. It's very lively downtown. So when we first got here, we were too far from where we wanted to be, and it took us like 2 to 3 months to actually secure something downtown. However, you can easily secure something in a better place because now we know the area. So we can now comfortably tell people who are looking to go live in Playa del Carmen, like the areas to be at and places where the locals live, so you can get the best prices, because you know people will definitely, you know, try to inflate the prices because they see that you're not native to the place, you know, and that's fine. As they shop locally, we do all of the things to try our best to just be, you know, conscious of where we are. But it's not difficult to find housing. If you come here, a lot of people, they actually just book a hotel room for like 2 to 3 days, and then they go check out their apartment and then they stay there. Zay and I, we didn't do that. We stayed in an Airbnb for like 2 to 3 months before we actually decided, you know what, we're ready to secure a lease here, a 1-year lease here. So that's what made housing interesting. But it doesn't have to be that way. You can go online and pick your apartment. You can take a trip here and visit it before you sign anything. You like what you see, you like the area, then you can secure it right then and there. So it doesn't have to be a difficult process. I think that we went about it. We tried to go about it in like the safest way, and it ended up being a way that costed us a little more money, but we learned a lot, way more money. Like I said, 3-4 times higher going through Airbnb and staying at them monthly. But we ended up learning a lot about the area that we were in and what areas we wanted to live in long term. So I hope that that makes sense about the housing.
Yes. But the thing is that you just have to be a little bit open-minded. They do pretty much all business here through 2 places.
Right.
WhatsApp and Facebook Marketplace.
Right.
We ended up finding our place off Marketplace, which I know sounds so crazy.
Right.
Like, if I barely have a Facebook account. I don't use it. I don't operate on it. And
continue, buddy.
Yeah, I don't use it. I don't operate on it. So when everyone was literally telling me, go on Facebook Marketplace to find your apartment, I was like, it had 5 to 10 people to tell me to get on Facebook Marketplace before we actually did it, and we found out why. Like, there's realtors, like business people, they be they work on Facebook Marketplace. So yeah. So Facebook Marketplace, WhatsApp, that's how you're going to find your housing. And here's a tip. Go into the groups where they are mainly speaking Spanish, because in those groups where they are speaking English, they are giving you prices for these places. So find housing here for $500, $400 a month.
Yeah.
So if you are seeing prices that's like $2,000, $1,600, $1,400, $1,200, you're not getting an accurate read. Okay. And I'm not talking about if you're by the beach. Okay, if you're by the beach, it's going to be a little higher, but y'all, I promise you, we have seen, because we had to go house hunting. Check out the vlogs.
Yes.
We had to go house hunting in
all
order to
over
find
the
where we
city.
are at now.
All over the city.
All over the city. We were we were being presented housing down by the beach, 5-minute, 4-minute walk from the ocean.
Right.
That was $650 a month, $800 a month. So it's.
And if you're looking for a studio, if you're by yourself,
yeah, like studios,
things
that's
are
the reason
way
why we didn't
more
do it,
affordable.
Because, yeah, first space, like we don't want to be on top of each other. So, but if you're by yourself and you just, you know, you're out here solo traveling, your own thing, no kids, no family, then yeah, definitely get something by the beach, right in the middle, all of the restaurants, all of the clubs, all of that stuff for like $650 a month.
Yeah,
You
or
know
less.
I mean?
And you can even live in an area that's probably 5 to 10 minutes away from the beach in a car for like $500 or less. Like you can live here by yourself and pay rent that's like $500 a month. Especially if you're by yourself, or if you're someone who doesn't need a lot of space. Like a lot of the black expats here, they have studios or 1-bedrooms, and it's really, you know, their stuff is a lot more affordable, and they're closer to downtown, because downtown just has a lot of things that's smaller, you know, apartments and stuff, but they're very nice, and everything here is very luxurious too.
Yeah.
So housing.
So you would go into go onto Facebook, you'll type in like departamentos.
We'll put it down below.
Baratos for rent, right? Like put it in Spanish. You know what I mean? And there will be groups, a lot of groups that pop up. Like the ones that have, you know, vary. Go join some groups that have a lot of people. Join some groups that have less people. See who is posting things. Ask them to send you pictures and messages before you agree to go there. You mean read. Go through the comments, see other people that have been commenting. Like, be thorough, okay? We're not saying not to have common sense. Use your common sense.
Use your common sense.
You know what I mean? Be thorough. Don't be sending nobody no money.
But you see anything. Yeah.
Don't be, you know,
signing contracts for stuff that you haven't read or translated.
We met someone here.
Yeah.
A black woman who ended up having to pay for all of her maintenance in her apartment because she didn't know what the word said on a contract. They are going to give you the contract in Spanish. And
you have to just translate it using Google.
Google Translate is very, very, very accurate. That's what we did for our contract. And if you have an iPhone, I don't know if you know this, but you can take a picture of text, any text. When you go into on your phone, you can copy and paste that text from the picture you took and put it in Google Translate. So that's what we did to make it quick. We had the contract in front of us, took our phone, take a picture, then we opened up the gallery on our phone, copy and pasted all of the text from picture, pasted it into Google Translate, read it down multiple times to make sure that we agreed to all of the terms, and we negotiated. We said no, this needs to be in, this needs to be in there. Can this be negotiated? And don't be afraid to negotiate and things of that nature as well. Because another tip.
Yes.
This is
important. If you're someone, also welcome y'all. If you're someone new to the live, hi y'all. My name is and this is Zay, and we are going over some things about life abroad. If you are someone who is interested in moving abroad, if you're someone who's interested in moving out of the United States, packing up and going to a different country, especially if you're a black woman, this is the space for you. So drop your questions down below. If you have any questions about life abroad, moving out the U.S., our experiences, because Zay and I, we're black women who now live in Mexico. We've been here for a couple of months, and we're actually going over housing because someone had a question about housing. So so another tip, this is really game changing. Guess what? You can pay your deposit in parts. Don't be afraid to ask them for that. It may not be every landlord, but it is a possibility. We were in conversations with realtors
where we could pay the deposit in 3 to 4 parts.
Right.
Half, like half now, half later.
Right.
Now again, some landlords are not like that because I mean everybody's about their money. It's fine, whatever. Everybody's about their money. You know, capitalism, that's just the kind of world we live in. So some people are like, no, you need to pay it up front. Or one time, I remember one person we were talking to, they're like, oh yeah, you can pay half the day you move in and then the other half 10 days later. It's like if I didn't have, if I'm asking you to pay it in parts, that means I don't have it on the day that we're moving in. So why would I have it 10 days later? Like,
right.
You know, so sometimes they're going to try to, you know, play those games, but also too, there are people that are really nice. Like I said, we came across realtors who were like, oh yeah, you know, you can split it in 3 parts, you can split it in 4 parts. How many parts do you want to do?
Right.
So just ask. Like, don't bring, you know, everything that you have from, or try not to bring everything that you know about business and negotiating things like in America over here, because you know everybody's not so cutthroat. You know what I mean? But again, use your common sense. You know, stick to your boundaries and things that will make you comfortable.
Right.
Oh, and last but not least, this is another tip because somebody asked me about this on TikTok. Follow us on TikTok because we do be posting about
life abroad and our daily stuff
and
too.
especially about digital products and stuff, and you know, daily food and makeup, all of that stuff. But somebody asked me this on TikTok. I thought it was so important. Over here, you cannot drink the water out of the faucets, and it's not because of bacteria. Like, it's not, oh, if I boil it, then I'll be able to drink it. No,
right.
Because of bacteria. It's because of minerals.
Right.
As such, they sell water in these big 20-liter containers. It's important because if you are looking for housing, then either with an elevator or that's on a lower floor.
Right.
Because unless you to be lugging those big, huge 20-liter jugs of water up multiple flights of steps, be raining here, y'all, a lot. So the steps get slippery. If I'm just saying.
So
try to get your apartment on your floor.
So yeah, y'all, we're thinking, like, to anyone who's new here, make sure you drop your questions down below. We are talking about life abroad, specifically life in Mexico.
Yeah.
If you're a black woman who's interested in moving out of the United States, you found the right place. And yeah, just some general advice for people who are interested in moving abroad. You have to stop listening to everybody else, okay? You need to start joining communities of black women or joining communities of people who are doing things that you are trying to do or looking to doing, because your immediate community, the people who may live with you, the people who may live around you, the people who you may have known all of your life, they might not be the people who understand what you're trying to do, and they might not understand the vision that God has put in your spirit about what you're supposed to be doing in your life.
Yeah.
So you really can't, if you're trying to be a black woman who moves out of the United States and you're trying to make a better life for yourself, you have to keep in mind your goals and your visions. Don't let people talking about the safety of another country or people saying, oh, you never wanted to live there, or why would you do that? You're crazy.
Never interested in that before. Why now? Why this? Why that?
Oh,
like, people are going to project their fears onto you.
People are going to project their negativity onto you. People are going to try to discourage you from making a better life for yourself, and it's so important that you just block out all of that noise and you focus on what it is that you actually want to do in your life. Like, if you are someone who wants to move abroad, take the leap of faith. Put your ducks in order and begin taking those steps and doing your research so you can actually make your dreams a reality.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have to be something that you just think about and plan and plan and plan, but never get the chance to do. And also, you don't have to wait until everything is perfect before you decide to give yourself an opportunity for a better life. People are always discouraging black women from actually just doing things that make us happy, that will prioritize us, that will honor us, that will make us feel good, that will support us, make us live healthier and better lives. And it's just like, at the day, you can't let people's discouragement and their negativity and their disdain and their judgment stop you from doing what it is that you know you're supposed to do in your life. Don't let people's negativity stop you from doing what you're supposed to do in life. And also, that's especially important because Yeah, if it were me just listening to people, I wouldn't be living abroad with my best friend, like in Mexico. I wouldn't have been someone who actually made it out of the United States and now gets to say I live abroad and I'm experiencing this life for myself, and it's much better than anything I've experienced from before. I wouldn't be able to do that if I kept listening to negativity. So don't listen to anybody's negativity.
Yeah.
Do your best to live your life in a way that's authentic to you, and don't hold so dearly other people's projections or perceptions or opinions, you know. Like, that's really important advice if you're someone who's thinking about moving to a different country, because for a lot of people, especially our people, that's unheard of. How, what do you even want to move to another country? It's unheard of. But I just want to leave this vlogmas chat with telling y'all, like, there are thousands of people, thousands of women, thousands of black people all over the United States who are moving all over the world, who are leaving, heading over in a different country and living a much better life. And you don't have to feel stuck or confined to the environments that which you were born into. Okay? You don't have to.
No.
You really don't. Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, and in terms of just a couple of life things, we're chilling, but like we said earlier, just being appreciative, being grateful, and having gratitude for the seemingly small luxuries.
Right.
I saw this video that I ended up showing Sierra because it was so impactful on TikTok, and it was this young black man. He was talking about how we're constantly feeling like we are falling behind, or we are not where we need to be, or we need to hustle harder because of what the world tells us luxury is.
Right.
He was like, you know, you have all your teeth, that's a luxury. You have, you know, you're able to take a break from work. Some people have to work 3 to 4 jobs, 5 to 6 jobs,
right,
you know, in order to make ends meet, and they don't have time with their family. So if you have 2 days off, a day off, that's a blessing.
Right.
He said, like, you know, we overlook these luxuries that we do have because they're not what the world tells us luxury is.
Right.
And not only does that just keep you from being grateful and having gratitude, because he said, you know, if we even lost one finger, we would be
living a whole different life.
Everything would change.
Yeah.
If we lost everything would change. So not only does it just keep us from being grateful and enjoying the life that we have now, but it also is what's keeping God from increasing us even more in the ways that we're asking him to. Because it's like, why would I increase you if you're not appreciating what I've already set in front of you to eat? I'm not going to add more food to your plate when you're not even acknowledging the food that you already have in front of you. Like, yeah, it's a bit much. But, you know, because God is a loving and gentle parent, you know, he is putting these messages through his servants, and it just really touched me, and I felt like that's just what's been on my mind and what I'm practicing. And so I'm sharing it with all of you in case, like, it may touch you. Like, God is going to increase us in the ways that we're asking for.
Right.
God is going to perform those miracles.
Right.
At the same time, that doesn't mean that we don't have joy. We can't have joy now.
Right.
Like, enjoy now. Like, because if one of the things that was taken from us now, if one thing was to be taken away from us now, everything would change.
Yeah.
So appreciate those things, you know, count your blessings, and, you know, once you're filled up with what's already presented in front of you, you know, that's when God is like, okay, now you're ready to enjoy more, because you appreciate the beauty and luxury of what you already have.
And that's
so,
yep.
Yeah, so that's just what I've been doing. I'm also obsessed with this book, Art of Intuition. I'm a huge reader, so, you know, any book recommendations, send them my way.
Right.
I love reading. So I'm reading this book. It's called Art of Intuition, and it just helps you, honestly, to get closer to God, because that's where your intuition comes from. It comes from God. So it's just explaining, like, how intuition, like, what intuition is, how it moves us, how it comes to you from God, and it just helps you to be able to identify it more, so that way you're better equipped to make, you know, good decisions in your life, and propel yourself forward in your creativity and in your career. So it's by Sophie Burnham, and so if you're interested in that, that's where it is. I got this off of Amazon. Like, it's a secondhand copy, So don't sleep on those because this came in pretty much like perfect condition.
Right.
So yeah, that's just what's been on my mind, my life update.
And yeah, especially as it pertains to living abroad. Like, we started this Vlogmas talking about how it's just important to appreciate the blessings that God gives you, and God moving us out of the United States is truly a blessing. Like, being here in Mexico, being out of the States, being somewhere where we have a safe home, we feel safe, we feel comfortable, all is well, is truly a blessing beyond anything that Zay and I could have asked for. So it has been really an amazing experience living abroad, and we're super excited to continue showing up for you guys and telling y'all about our experiences while being here. So we love you, lovelies. We thank y'all so much for tuning in. If y'all have any questions about life abroad, or y'all want some advice or anything, if you're someone who's thinking about moving out of the States and starting a digital nomad journey, make sure that you comment those questions below and that you subscribe to the channel so that way you don't miss out on anything that me and Zay and that we post. And yeah, if you're someone who is looking to learn how to make money while abroad, specifically through social media and through online business, Zay and I can definitely help you with that. You can head to justforblackgirls.com/shop and get our Be Your Own Boss guide.
It's extremely affordable. Like extremely affordable.
If you,
it is a detailed guide on how we started to monetize our social media platforms with a very small following.
Right.
And about how that ended up allowing us to just make thousands, and that is honestly what propelled our move forward.
Yeah.
And it's extremely affordable. So like, go get it, because it's really, at that point, it's not even an investment. Like, that's like a steal.
A gift.
It's a gift.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just grab it if you're interested in learning how to build your social media up, build your brand, and start making money online so you can sustain yourself abroad.
Yes, like if you want to learn how to make money so that way you can sustain yourself abroad, our Be Your Own Boss guide, that's the T. And also too, if you're not someone who's interested in business, like in terms of sustaining yourself abroad, remote work is definitely a big thing. So you have like two main avenues if you want to like learn how to make money abroad. The major ways that Zay and I see it, it's either you do the route that Zay and I are doing, which is the entrepreneurial route. Zay and I, we don't have to clock in. We make our own hours. We have our own businesses. We do everything digitally and online, and that gives us a different level of freedom because we don't have the pressures that can come from having a traditional remote job. But if you're someone who wants to live abroad and sustain yourself, another way you can do that is through having a remote job that allows you to live outside of the U.S. That is a route that a lot of people also take in terms of starting their digital nomad journeys. So yeah, if you are someone who's interested in becoming a digital nomad, if you're someone who's interested in just living abroad or interested in seeing what it's like to live abroad, especially as a black woman or anything, make sure you subscribe to this channel, you like this live, and you come back to our live. We'll be doing these lives multiple times a week, daily, and we also are going to be having weekly vlogs come out, especially in December, about our experiences living abroad and taking you all along this journey with us. And if y'all are new here, please be sure to drop y'all's questions below. Let us know what questions you guys have about living abroad, about out the States, or about how
we covered a lot in this live, so
how our experiences are. Yeah. But if y'all don't have any questions, Zay and I are going to wish you all well and send you off. We really just wanted to give y'all an update about what's been going on. It was my birthday, and yeah, we're just chilling and soaking in all of the goodness that is being out of the U.S. And this is a luxury that if God has put it in your spirit to do, he will definitely see you through and allow that to be something for you as well. You know, God did it for us, which means that he can and will do it for you too, if that's something that you are interested in.
Yeah, so we love you, lovelies.
Yes. Oh, thank you so much.
We love you.
We love you.
What does it say?
It says, I love this. Thanks, ladies, and happy birthday. Yes, thank you so much for being a part of this community. Please make sure y'all subscribe so y'all do not miss out what Azay and I will be posting, and specifically turn your post notifications on because we're still getting links out in terms of how to navigate the live, but we really just want y'all to be updated because it's a lot of tea. It's been a lot of tea.
We'll be taking y'all on adventures, you know, living, you know, our lives as we navigate Mexico, you know, through these lives that we're going to be doing it every day for December. So we love you lovelies, and we'll catch y'all in the next one.
Yes. Oh, one more thing too. Sorry if you don't mind. Our Black Girl Joy retreat. Azay and I are hosting a Black Girl Joy wellness retreat right here in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. So if you are someone who is interested in coming to Mexico and being surrounded by a lot of like-minded Black women, you want to prioritize your healing, your joy, your self-care, your mental health wellness, Azay and I will be hosting a very healing and rejuvenating retreat right here in Playa del Carmen, and we'll be exploring some of the beauties that is being here in the Riviera Maya. I don't know if y'all know, but Playa del Carmen is the Mexico-Caribbean. We on the Caribbean, like in the Caribbean Sea. You know what I'm saying? It's so beautiful. We are right near Tulum and Cancun, and we have some very exciting excursions and some very exciting workshops planned for you all who will be coming. This is a retreat that is specifically for Black women. It is called a Black Girl Joy Wellness Retreat. If you're interested, we only have a few spots available. So you can secure your spot at justforblackgirls.com/shop. So that way you can join us and be with us in Mexico. And we're really, really excited to host that for you all. So make sure if you're interested.
And we do accept installments. So you don't have to pay everything up front. And and it is currently on sale for the holiday season. So make sure you go grab a spot, secure your spots, so you can come be with us in person. Heal, connect with yourself, your inner self, so that you can build the life that you actually want to, while also exploring the beauty of Playa del Carmen, Mexico, the Caribbean Sea, and everything this area has to offer.
So yeah, lovelies, we will be leaving for real, y'all. We're leaving for real. We love y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining us live, and share this with someone who uses it, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Bye. Wait, how do I even end this?
Here, press end.
Okay.